Disclaimer, this video is intended for mature audiences only. It contains mild swearing. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, this video is for comedic purposes only, and no harm or judgment is intended for those who created these images. Alright, so while I didn't do too much research on this steam locomotive, I do know that it is a Victorian-era steam locomotive 062, and it was originally black, but then painted blue, and it was named Malden. But then one day, some random employee decided to slap on the creepiest clown mask he possibly could, scaring children for eternity. Alright, looks like we got a steam-powered passenger car. That's pretty cool. I still miss the normal steam locomotive, but we don't have that in this one. I don't think this steam locomotive here has any sense of balance. Its wheels are so far apart. I mean, at this point, it's not a 220, it's just a 22. It's gonna fall over once it goes around a corner. Okay, this one we got an auxiliary water tender, 12 drivers under the first tender, 10 under the firebox, 8 under the steam dome, 6 under the front dome, and then 4 in the front, and then 2 for the pilot wheels. This is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This should just simply not exist. It's gonna straighten whatever track it travels on. Looks like someone apparently still had the nerve to build it in Lego. But that's pretty cool. I just wish there was a video of this in action. Now, why would someone steal half a locomotive? I know it's not aesthetic purposes. This just screams everything is fine, but they're all gone. Now, I reasoned that the only thing the DDA 747X locomotive plane is good at is falling at terminal velocity. I don't think this one would be nearly as cursed if they weren't covering up his face. Like, what did they got to hide? The souls he's devoured? Alright, so apparently this one was not some stunt by people. This was an event where a locomotive caught fire mid-run, so they disconnected it from the train and just let it burn and sent firefighters and a photographer out there to stop the flames from spreading to the trees. This one's probably the most cursed one on here, but I know most of the people watching this will probably go directly to eBay to try to bid for it. As always, here's a cursed Mahano locomotive in the Hiawatha scheme. Sure, the streamlining is cursed, but through this rabbit hole, I found out that Tyco made much more Conrail steam locomotives. They did it to every one they had at the time. And this wasn't just Tyco. Broadway Limited made one out of a Reading locomotive, and Lionel followed suit. Then the rabbit hole went even deeper as people were custom painting their steam locomotives to Conrail. They were making K&L trains with the Conrail scheme. This looks okay, but, I mean, they even brought Thomas into the mixture. He's just horrible. He does not belong on the Conrail system. But then it came to light that Conrail owned the Stephenson's rocket for the entire period that Conrail was a company. Which means that if they wanted to, they could just dispatch this 100-year-old locomotive, 150-year-old locomotive, anytime they wanted. Alright, that's about it. I think I want to go get some dinner. If any of you can name this locomotive, I will make a video essay about this locomotive at your request, if the hype is big enough. But you need to name the locomotive first. Tell me what cursed trains you want to see in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.